just have a question about sort of what's going to go on in the future. Do you have any predictions on what's going to happen with humanity? Some people tend to think that there's going to be two timelines, and then some people will ascend to a positive one, some people will go to a negative one. And do you think that something will happen, or do we all go down one timeline? And also, some people in the community talk about a solar flash or a great flash that will, come from flares from the sun and affect our consciousness. Do you think that's going to happen?
Well, as we were talking about before, there is this, let's say, collective timelines that we're co-creating on a higher level, in which we're going because of this higher self fractalized, in different aspects of the self and sharing many incarnations at once. But of course, this is totally up to the individual, people that, on the other hand, people that say that they can read the future and that there is going to be an event that is going to happen and it's going to affect all of us. What they are reading is not that they read the future because the future can be read or something. Is that they're reading the telluric lines of the Earth or the magnetosphere of the Earth that contains within all of the quantum probabilities of manifestation within as a projection of the collective consciousness, of what the collective consciousness is vibrating at the moment. So they can read probabilities, and some of them will be the highest, of course, and some of them will be really low. But none of them are going to be factual events necessarily if you don't get to manifest on an individual level. And on the other hand, the solar flash event it's the thing that it's true that we are majorly experiencing collectively, but because our Earth is a fractal of the solar system. So as it is on a higher fractal, it is like a reality for all of us. Now, the difference is that it is a general event. So what happens to it, again, is, depending on the individual and the collective of the planet, of all the planets that exist in the solar system. And so what the solar flash is basically about generally is that there is our solar system, because of what it is, where is it traveling right now? It's ending synchronistically, an evolutionary cycle of energy because of its, let's say, geometrical, astronomical, astral position. So in a sense, we are informing, it is time for the planets, the aspects of the solar system, which is the planets, the collectives, the species, the ecosystems, to be informed of this specific change in vibration on this collective, on this solar star system. So let's say that the sun, it's sending this specific information with really high frequencies encrypted in its own solar rays that is traveling across the space into all the planets that is forming this structure, so that all beings, including plants, including crystals, all beings from different dimensions, from different densities, are getting this information and are integrating this information within their own DNA and within their self, within their own metaphysical and physical monatomic structure, so that atomic structure, so that we get the changes within and we can achieve this higher level of consciousness along with the whole collective. We can all harmonize and orchestrate this change collectively.